gonna put my ear to the ground and just try to listen in on what's going on. Would that be a knowledge local check?
It's knowledge local or diplomacy to gather information.
Knowledge local then.
I see.
Yeah. That's 34. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you might notice that there are not 7 sides on a D6. Half elf favorite class bonus. For every 4 levels you take, you get one to your inspiration rolls.
I see.
Well, I think I will purchase Masterwork Chain shirt while we're here in town then.
Okay, that does seem like a popular option.
I'm holding out for Mithril.
I would love to, but living in the here and now.
Yeah, I know. That's why I
how are
want the
we on?
studded leather.
How are we on Cure Light potions, by the way? Because I only see one for Curel at the moment, and I see one Cure Moderate. There's no one's name underneath it.
I have a cure moderate in my item list, but I also have second level extracts. And guess which second level formula I learned? Go and guess.
Cure Moderate?
Nah, I'm probably gonna get that next level, but still, guess.
Oh, you did guess. Right.
Alchemical allocation.
Is
No
that
idea what
the
it is.
is that the potion spitting one?
It is.
That is the potion spitting one.
Okay.
See,
By the
Arthur's
way-
never gonna give us any elixirs of fire breath now.
Tomes,
Why wouldn't I? It's
Do you-
pretty good.
are you able to create infusions yet with your vast power?
Not yet.
Okay.
It seems my ability to study target and my ability to learn new skills is alternating. In other words, I get investigator talents on the odd levels for some reason.
Okay. Will you ever have the discoveries for infusions to give people the potions you make, your extracts?
Perhaps later on down the line.
Okay.
Thinking of looking into a bit of swashbucklery.
Okay.
Okay. So you gain a couple of rumors. The first is from an old drunk in a tavern that night who pulls you in close after you buy him a very light beer. And he goes, "Well, son, let me tell you, there's a ghost ship in these parts. Aye, it was spotted not 3 nights ago. They say its sails are black as night, and that her speed is trim as an eagle. Aye, she's wandering the southern waters here, looking for something, and any who cross her path are taken to the deep lither. Aye, she can sail under the waters and through a ship if she wants, and her captain has a heart as black as ice. If you want to keep yourself safe, you'd best be sticking to the coast, because once you head out into open water, you're a free target for the ghost ship." And after he's done this spiel, he immediately collapses onto the bar, and his face has like a peanut sticking like right beneath his eye. It looks very uncomfortable, but he lies there, breathing very shallowly. You're not sure if he's dead or not.
I put 2 fingers to his neck.
He still lives, but he will probably have a painful hangover tomorrow.
Alright. I pat him on the head twice, finish taking my notes, and move on to the next rumor.
Okay, so the next rumor is even later that night. When you have finished speaking with the first man, almost immediately, you find someone else You aren't actually speaking to these four. It's a group of four Aspis Consortium agents. They all are being very loud, very obnoxious, and very cocky. They have their bronze Aspis badges out, just and the leader of the group has it hanging from his belt like as a loincloth, almost covering his crotch. You know, like people who have big belts in Texas that have, you know, snakes or eagles on them. This guy's just got his bronze badge swinging between his legs. And he says really loudly, he's like, "Yeah, I gotta tell you, I love beating up on all the new pirates in the area. Yeah, we jumped this guy just last week. You know, we found him away from his ship, and him and his officers just beat him up and took all their stuff. It was hilarious. They tried to complain to the local government. They didn't realize I was the police captain." And all the other three guys at the table are all laughing, and they're all clinking drinks and stuff. And you get the idea it might not be that safe for new captains in this town. Additionally, you find another rumor. You travel to a different pub. I'm guessing you're bar crawling for your first time in Blood Cove.
Yeah. Or wait, the Aspis agents.
Yes,
How is their leader standing or sitting?
he's sitting.
Can't swipe any of their badges then, darn.
Indeed not. It probably would not be wise.
Well, not in that situation. Perhaps later. Fortune may smile on me.
Perhaps indeed. So, on your way to the next pub for another pint, you hear two people talking in an alley, and the first one goes, "Do you have it? We're ready to get sailing." And the second one goes, "Now you stop your whining and your fussing." And it's a woman with an incredibly large hat made out of feathers, and she says, "I have it, and I'll be sailing tomorrow morning. I know that all of those gold bars that you want, well, we'll get them to Port Peril like you have. Now, about that escort ship." And the man says, No. The whole escort ship came down with a disease. You're gonna have to make the run alone." And she says, "What? With all of this in my cargo hold?" So, Tone.
Tell me more about this woman's hat.
Okay, so the hat is made entirely of feathers. It looks like something you would see in the Hunger Games. And
That movie made Elizabeth Banks look ugly.
so the hat is comprised of feathers. It looks like Vexuriana's hat from Mummy's Mask V, but made of feathers, and then there are three feathers shooting out the top of it, and they're like 1.5 feet long, and they're all three peacock feathers.
Ooh.
Hey, Captain Ferris, you want a new hat? And a lot of gold?
So, Tomes, here's the thing. You were walking past this alleyway. If you want to continue hearing in on the conversation, you're going to have to insert a quarter into the machine. And by that I mean you'll have to make a stealth check. Or you can just keep walking.
I'm going to make a stealth check.
Very well.
And I'm going to... Actually, is stealth check covered by Underworld Inspiration? I don't think it is, but I'm going to double check. Bluff, disable device, disguise, intimidate, sleight of hand. Nope. Oh well, gonna use Inspiration anyway. It'll just cost me.
Okay.
21.
So, you kick a can, and there's a noise, and you quickly press your shoulder up against a wall. And the man goes, "Oh, what was that?" And the woman goes, "Oh, nothing to worry about. Probably just a rat." And she says, "Now, about my route. Listen, if I don't have an escort, I'm going to have to take the open seas. I'll head south to Bone Rack Island, and then I'll make the Firegrass run. Try to keep close to the coast. Any pirates I see, I'll just beach the ship and bring the gold ashore. But this close to Blood Cove, I gotta go way wide. I don't want any pirates chasing me out of port. Especially since most people here are gonna know that old Timbers isn't escorting me this week." And the man goes, "Fine, whatever. Listen, I don't need to know your route. Just get it done. This is important for our operation." And she says, "Yeah, whatever. Pox to your operation." It's none of my business. And he's been kind of timidly staying back, but he gets in her face. He's shorter than her, but now he's like screaming in her face. He's like, the operation is the only thing that matters. Get the bars to Port Peril, or you're not going to get paid. And then he throws something down on the ground and walks off in the other end of the alley. And the woman kind of stands there for a couple seconds and sighs. What do you do, Tomes?
So he's leaving, and she's heading back to her ship?
Nope, she's just standing in the alley right now.
I need to figure out which ship this is. Which ship is leaving. I want to see if I can tail her.
Anybody here should be able to tell you who that hat belongs to.
Well, unfortunately, he's already used his knowledge local for the night.
Ah,
That's how I found this place in the first place. Maybe... Okay, if she's just sticking around and this guy's already unloaded the gold onto her ship, then there's really nothing else in this alleyway, is there? I think I'm going to go to Captain Ferris and see if we can't ask around the bars to see who this woman with the obscene hat is. Like, Captain Ferris, you want to get a fancy new hat? You're going to love this hat and all the gold bars that come with it. We just need to find out the name of the ship she's leaving on tomorrow morning.
Okay. So, you prepare to head back to the ship and meet up with Captain Ferris. And you notice a trio of warships in the bay, all with Aspis Consortium markings, which is unusual because normally they don't operate this blatantly. But these are like 3-decked, 27 ballista on each deck, on each side. Just super massive warships, all preparing to set sail in the middle of the night with no minor escorts. It's extremely unusual to have a flotilla of just 3 super battleships.
What?
And that is all you learned from your knowledge local. Captain Ferris, I see you have rolled a knowledge local.
Yep.
So, you're rolling to specifically determine this hat, or the woman that belongs to the hat?
Yes.
The ship that belongs to the woman.
Okay, so let's see here. So, you learn that this woman, her name is Aisha Khamias, and she is a
Can
schooner.
we get a spelling on that?
Is it that important?
I mean, I'm just
Very
taking
well.
notes.
I will get the notes for you. She is regarded as one of the finest independent captains. She is not a pirate. She is a merchant trader who has made her fortunes quite significantly by operating for no faction, complete free agent, and she is a former member of the Pure Legion, one of Ra-Hadum's military forces that specifically allows for no contact with divinity. They are part of the Ra-Hadum military that are all, if you use divine magic, they will kill you. So she is a fanatic, probably. And word is that her ship is light and fast, and she'll take whatever you need to wherever you need. And her hat is made out of goose feathers with peacock on the top.
You know what we could try?
We're gonna have to lay him.
You know what we could try? We could try no board.
Try what?
Bad idea. Sneaking board.
Oh,
Good. Bad plan.
I don't think that many of us are good at sneak. Is the problem?
We have a ship of our own too.
So-
Are we
well,
as fast as servants?
But we know where she's gonna go, right? Lie in wait
Yeah,
near.
she's. Yeah, I got the whole route written out here.
Yeah, so we could go to Bone Rack Isle and or Fire Fire sands, firegrass, and just
Yeah,
lay in
she's
wait. We
going-
know she's got to go through there.
and just ambush her.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to recall the crew from their carousing and get going now?
If her ship is that fast, she's going to have to swing out and back in again, whereas we can run the coast. But yeah, we should probably get started. What do you think, Kevin?
Yeah, we also got those Aspis warships to worry about. We better give them a wide berth. It's a bit
Yeah.
odd for them to have warships out.
Well, and, they obviously love to beat the snot out of new ships and take all their stuff, so not a good idea to be out there with them.
It's your call, Captain. Captain?
Larry, and I think the crew is waiting for you to make a decision.
What is the statistical likelihood of being able to round up a bunch of drunk sailors in the middle of the night versus in the morning once they've finished carousing?
Are you asking if you'd like to make a crew check tonight?
I'm asking if we try and get them in the evening, are they A, even going to be sober enough to sail, and
Yes.
B, able to find them?
You'll have to have work through the day, but sometime around midnight, you'll have everyone gathered up and ready to sail.
And how far south off the map is Bone Rack?
About 60 miles.
So that's like 1 day and a half, maybe 2 days.
Yeah, but we don't know how fast is for her ship. That's our
I was
unknown.
just using I was just using our average.
Yeah.
Not
For us, yeah, right. You're correct.
Well, did everyone finish their shopping? That was why we came here.
Mm-hmm.
I got what I wanted.
I have.
Let's round them up and go.
Okay. All right. You round up all of your crew members and bring them back to quarters. And the ship is ready to sail at midnight. Where would you like to go?
Are the Aspis ships gone?
Yes, by the time you've readied your crew, the Aspa ships are 3 hours out into the harbor.
Right.
We are going to the nearest convenient ambush spot based on the information that she so readily exposited to her companion
I see.
or to her business partner.
You could determine such a site with a profession sailor check. Or if you
Who's
have a
got-
site in mind yourself.
Who's got the best profession sailor?
I only have a +4, so
I'm a 10. Anybody
Who
better than
says
10?
we can't all roll it? Or just
Well,
do
we are-
8?
Well, I was going to say we just aid the person with the highest. Yes.
Okay, so you guys can all stand around a map and aid one person.
yep. Who are we aiding?
Does anybody beat a +10?
No.
Starting with a 21 then.
Okay.
Can't aid.
Nice snake eyes.
I cannot aid.
Okay. All right. So you get a 23. You identify that just south of the Firegrass Islands, there's some particularly interesting doldrums that a sailing ship coming north out of the Bone Rack is going to hit. And if you get lucky, they could be completely stopped in place while you get a favorable east wind. Either way, they're going to have to pass past the firegrass. So, heading to the southern end of the island.
Okay.
Okay. Now, before you guys launch, a very short gnome, and I mean short gnome, barely but 2 feet high, comes up to you and says, "Now, hold on a second here. I have your paperwork. Now, what's all this about? I've never seen a ship around called the Silver Dolphin before. Where are you birthed out of?"
I'm not saying a word because I know how that'll go.
Why, sir, you must have some confusion. Our ship is called the Laughing Dolphin.
Oh, of course, the Laughing Dolphin. How did I not see that changed?
It's what's typed in the ship description.
Okay.
And we are birthed out of... Where did I say I came from? Bogsbridge.
I see. Yes. And how long have you been operating?
Well, I was only recently given a letter of commission. You see, it was a brave and noble tale. Some infamous blackguards attempted to attack my captain's ship. They sustained gross damages during the attack, but we managed to overcome and instead destroy those foul miscreants. In honor of the heroics of my boarding squad, the captain gave us license to operate under his direction as free captain, and sent us off to conduct some business here while his ship underwent repairs.
Okay. He says, that sounds pretty reasonable. Things like that tend to happen. When a pirate gets too big for his hat and decides to become Commodore. Now, let's see here. Yes. And, what pirate lord do you owe your allegiance to? Or company, of course. Perhaps the Aspis Consortium? He asked with a raised eyebrow.
Well, we have all due honor to the Aspis Consortium, of course. That is why our captain asked us to make sure that his business with the guard captain was all taken care of. You wouldn't want to offend such a noble personage.
Oh, yes, the guard captain. Yes. Yes, I know him well. Okay, so can you make a bluff check to cover everything you said so far?
24.
Okay, so, he looks over everything he's assembled now and asks you to signature a few documents and then puts a green stamp on it and says, "All right, well, I have your documentation now. Nothing seems to be out of place here. No squibbing of any kind, or... Well...
No, none at all.
All right, then. I'm off." And he's only about 2 feet tall, but he jumps like 5 feet in the air and then hovers right about 5 feet and then drops to the dock very slowly. It's very
I thank
clear.
him for his professionalism and good service.
Ah, of course. He says, "Thank you. It's not often a bureaucrat can meet someone who is so kind, Especially
and
when
pass him
I...
a 5 gold piece bribe.
Ah, he says, yes. Yes, of course. Thank you very much." And he heads off into the night. It's very clear he's using some form of magic to get around. Alright, so, where is the Laughing Dolphin heading at midnight?
Far enough.
To the doldrums outside of Goat's Head.
Okay.
It seems more efficient to follow the coast up to about this point and then just cut straight across instead of going up past Squibs.
Okay.
Alright. So, your first day of sailing out, you follow the coast, and what do you know? Right as the sun is setting, you catch a glint of fire and you see that there's a village on this very small island. And they appear to be in the process of moving around silver idols from their religious services, and they're currently like digging up ground and hiding them in the ground right now.
Well, this shouldn't
Oh,
take long.
Looks like a pretty ripe village. Are you guys raiding it?
silly question.
Does anyone have objections?
We don't want to lose the sleeve we've got. I
I
can't
think we
think
should
of
rate
any
it.
good.
We have
Uh,
a full day's lead on the other ship.
Yeah, I think even if she's got a good fast ship, I think her having to go that far out of her way to stay away from the coastline is going to give us a good head start. So I think we should.
Can
be
we-
all right.
Are we able to use downtime rules to kind of go through the looting of the village, or is it something we need to play out each time?
You have to do the combat each time.
Okay. Okay. I was just curious.
All right. All right. While we're here, it looks very nice.
Perhaps if you were powerful enough pirates to demand tribute, you would arrive and simply tell them to give you something, but you're currently nobodies with nothing. Alright, so I'm assuming you guys are going in by night again for a stealth raid, as that
It
seems
seems
to
to work well for us.
be. It does indeed. So, can someone roll a 1d4? Okay, you will have one round. The villagers are set up over here where they're currently putting their gold in place. If you guys would like to pick your landing spot. Again, it's a 10 by 10 square on the coast.
How close are they to the coast?
They're about 30 feet in. So, they're like back here.
Suppose we should go closer. Nobody is really that powerful a ranged combatant.
Yep, I'm fine with that.
Alright. Sorry, just setting up some stuff. You know, scrubbing everything from the last time you murked all these guys.
Yeah, and as we sail in, just gonna chug my mutagen. That'll be 40 minutes duration of the combat.
Yeah, I was gonna use a scroll of mage armor, and then pull out a scroll of enlarged person, and once Sifri, excuse me, not Sifri, but Master Scourge boards, gets on the land, I was going to start casting whenever possible to enlarge him.
Okay. Let's roll initiatives. Alright. So, Uncle Books, you have a full round, which I'm guessing you're using to cast your enlarged person when you hit them.
Yep.
Sure. Alright. Get it tones.
What is that?
That
With
is
the angel wings.
the High Priestess right now. She's currently holding a silver knife and has various religious trinkets, including like a thunderbolt and a small ship with a sail and what looks to be a wave pinned on various parts of her cloak.
And I guess the sea of things around her is her bodyguards.
That's this one.
Yes, the sea of people around her are people who are currently in the middle of religious service, and a man with a pack of 4 dogs at the back seems to be patrolling the village.
All right. I'm going to... Let's see. How close can I get? These fences, can I hop them?
Let's see here. What are you determining as fences? That?
Yeah.
Yes, you can hop them, but it's difficult terrain to go over them.
So 15...
It's 30 to get to here.
30 to get to there?
Yep.
Okay. Then 30 and... Let's try to get him to surrender. Would that be an intimidate?
Yes.